He will.
Because he always comes to help me, and then he always learns new words in Russian, because I always talk in Russian to him. He's like, like spasibo, like he's like. Okay, so games and language learning. Anna Shkireva, I hope you know who I am. Okay, one of the most important questions in this study. Guess what it is? Do you have any ideas what is the most important question in the study, in this session?
It would be how to get the students to acquire the language.
Good question. Matomi? What kind of games? Okay, Casey. What association do you have when you hear games and language learning?
How can you learn language through games?
Oh, very good questions. And Leslie?
I mean, this is my research interest, so I'm just like, I don't have questions. I'm just like, yay, yes.
Okay, so one of the most important questions in this session is how about some engaging music in the background for this classroom? Are we ready? Okay. And it is actually works pretty well. Okay, so I have it already ready for us. And now, okay, feels better, no? And this is how we always do our classes. And of course it's in Russian. I'm sorry, this is what I'm specialized in. Okay, so provocative questions to the audience, to my dear audience, okay? So do you like or used to like to play online games?
No.
No? Okay. No?
Yes.
You did? Okay, how about do you like or used to like to play games? Okay, Leslie?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, if yes, that's good. If no, okay. When you used to play online games or games, because basically it doesn't, I mean, it's not that important in today's context. Have you experienced an exciting or failing the game? Have you, like, really deep anxiety, like the same one in the language learning classroom? Oh my God. I guess my hypothesis doesn't work. If no, okay, do you used to play online games because it is engaging?
It's engaging, but sometimes it's a little bit anxiety-inducing.
Okay. How about engagement in here? Do you find it engaging when you play the game? Marina Nikolaevna.
Yeah, it's not the game that engages, it's just who I'm playing with.
Uh-huh. But it's still the engaging process, right? Whenever you play.
Yeah, because I want to win.
Okay. How about, do you think to learn specific rules or patterns of the game when you do it over and over again? Do you actually remember how the game is maintained and so on? Okay. If yes. So why don't we implement such practices in foreign language courses more often? And what I'm meaning by game or online games, we shouldn't think about games that they will take the entire session, right? Because this is what people think. Oh, we're gonna play them. It means that we're just gonna spend our class and just play and just have fun. Games could be also very meaningful. And here are the benefits of learning a language through games. Time effective. We can make it very time effective because it's not necessary that the game will be for an hour, right? So we can just have a short game, but first the students will find it, I hope they will find it fun and enjoyable, right? And then if the game provides meaningful context for language use, then it's wonderful. Also, again, games tend to increase learning motivation, and it is a welcome break from the usual method of education. Another benefit of learning a language through games promotes communicative competence. Students, I mean, of course it depends on the mode of games. but students tend to communicate with each other when they play. Okay, I do believe it reduces the anxiety of making arrows, because when students play in the teams, there are of course occasions when students feel bad if they do something wrong in the team, but usually a lot depends on the teacher and how she actually presents the game and the atmosphere in the class. So we as teachers, we have to support, and we have to support not only succeeding, but also failing in this case. Failing could be fun, and this is the most important thing that we have to remember. Okay, also it integrates numerous linguistic skills, reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Of course, it depends on the game, but I'm going to show you how. And it encourages players to use the language, this is our goal, and creates positive attitudes towards learning. I think this is the most important in learning, just in general. Okay, so let's start with Quizlet, building vocabulary. Available internet browser and through application. What is amazing about Quizlet, it is free for download for iOS, iOS, and for Android. Okay, so Quizlet, let's get started. How to create a set of words. I want you to go to Quizlet.com and sign in if you have an account already. Okay, сядь there. Очень хорошо. It's about life, how wonderful it is. It's always nice to put your real name in Quizlet so the teacher can actually see who you are.
I already put a fake name.
Marinka, it's fine, I know who you are.
It says I have to put my birthday in.
Yeah,
That's what it's like.
yes. But you can do anything you want. Okay. Thank you. So then, if you're there, Casey, I want you to find the set in search field, which is called English 101. English 101. English 101. Okay. Yes, today we're learning English 101. I know those words. No, Marina, you don't. Okay, so let me tell you something about these sets. What can you do with these sets? For example, right now you're seeing the set which is created by me. You found it, right? That also means that you can use any sets that are available on Quizlet created by many professionals. And so what can you do with these sets? First of all, you have study modes. If you have the set open, do you open it? Open it. Do you see this? Okay. And so, Leslie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, do you see what you can do with these sets? You can have, you can study them through Learn or Test. You have an option of flashcards. You have an option of write, spell, what is wonderful about it, if you create your own set of words, you can also record your own voice, which is extremely important in the languages, hard languages, such as Japanese, Russian, because the pronunciation is really bad of the speakers who speak there, who are trying to read Russian. They make a lot of mistakes. So I always record my own voice for any set. And play modes, which include match and gravity and life, is going to be discussed later. Also, as I told you, you can create your own set or find a set and create folders for different subjects. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to create a new folder. Go back from the set. Go to your account. And here you see create a folder. And I don't know, you can create it as Russian. Create a folder. Yes. But you need to do folder, Maria Nikolaevna, for now. We're good. Oh, cool. Russian. Ruskish. So what you can do, if you go back to the set, Ruskish 101, where you see the plus, you can add this set to the folder. I'll show you. Go back. And then here, folder. And then Ruskish. Create folder. So now you have Ruskish.
Yeah.
Then you have to go to the set that you found, Ruskish 101 again. You click here, and then here you see the plus. And then add to folder. And it's there. So what is good about folders that you can use different sets for different languages or subjects, because Quizlet is not only about languages, it's about everything.
Oh my gosh, you should do this. What else is there?
I need my folder and then I go back for so this is the folder, right? Okay, so you go this one again because we didn't save it. That's fine. So you click on the set.
You click on the
You
set.
click
That's
on the
what it was.
set, and then do you see this plus? You do this. Add to folder. Madami! Done! Done! Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I want you to go to the set which is called Ruskish 101 and actually have some practice with flashcards, in the mode of flashcards, and I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to help you with that. So you go to my Ruskish, and then you choose the mode of flashcards. Okay. Do you hear my voice? Click, and then you can put enter.
Hello. Okra.
Going to log into. And it's very nice, since we don't have that much time, but it's very nice to introduce students to the vocabulary before they actually play Quizlet online. So you show them, you practice with them the pronunciation and so, and then they go to Quizlet and practice the set. They can do it at home too. Or what I do in my classrooms, they create their own sets. So it gives them a lot of practice.
So where do you see the English? Oh, I see. It comes. What if I want to know what global is?
you press the flashcard. It's like you flip it. It's like you flip it.
That's it.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm here with you in Rusklish. Okay. So how about we do some practice together? Да, студенты?
Да.
Да. Окей. Итак, студенты, привет! Привет! How about some TPR? Some TPR. Привет! Wave me. Привет! Привет, Аня! Привет, Аня! Привет! 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 Да? Привет! Пока-пока! 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 Как дела? Как дела? How are you? Да? Как дела? Together. Как дела? Как дела? Как дела? Хорошо. 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 Очень хорошо. Very good. Очень хорошо. Плохо. 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 Нормально. 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 Давай. 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 Ага. Let's do it. Now let's go. Давай. Давай. Город. 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 Парк. 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 Да? It's the easiest one. Самый легкий. Книга. 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 Я читаю книгу, да? Я читаю книгу, да? Я читаю книгу. Ага, очень хорошо, очень хорошо. Доброе утро! Доброе утро! Доброе утро! Почему? 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 Ага. Почему? Да. 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 Да, да, да. Да, да, да. Нет, нет, нет. Нет, нет, нет. Нет, нет, нет. Окей. Я хочу, I want you to have at least one practice with flashcards again, individually, please. Leslie, давай, давай. Let's do it. Давайте, давайте, давайте. It's good to do CPR when you're doing it. Давай, давай, Марина Николаевна. Да, маме, привет.
Нормально.
Привет. Город.
Давай.
Город. Давай. Давай, Лесли. Давай.
Хорошо.
Хорошо. Хорошо. Да. Книгу. Да, я читаю книгу. Ага. Доброе утро.
Книга.
Доброе утро.
Я читаю книгу. Доброе утро. Книга. Почему? Да.
Okay, so we had some practice. Да, студенты? Do you feel more confident in English? This is the best thing. Okay, so Quizlet Learn. Quizlet Learn. I'm going to introduce you to Quizlet Learn. So what is it? It is Quizlet for students. I mean, for teachers it also works. You can create a study plan. So it's not only a study set. You can actually create a plan. For example, you have a quiz in 2 weeks, right? And you're like, oh, many students, oh! If you are experiencing hard time in time management, this is for you. Because this application will gently remind you, hi Anya, how about doing some Spanish today or Chinese today? You have quiz in 10 days. I think it's really nice. The only one thing I found inconvenient, you can't really do it using the computer, but you can definitely do it using the application, and that's what usually students use. They don't really use computers, they use application on the phone. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick video, if you don't mind. Okay. Here's the Quizlet Learn. Okay. Takes me a lot of time, all this. Where is it? Sorry. Oh, it's here. Do you see it? Okay. So let's have a look how it works.
Your test is in a week, and you haven't started studying yet. And worse, you're not sure how to study or what to focus on. That's why we built Quizlet Learn. When we started, we used machine learning to analyze millions of anonymous study sessions. Then, we combined that data with proven techniques from cognitive science on the best ways to study and retain information. Now, when you need to study, tell us what materials you need to master, and when you need to know them by. Quizlet Learn uses that information to build you an adaptive study plan. As you study, it recognizes patterns and adjusts the questions you see to be easier or harder. Quizlet Learn also updates you on your progress to help you stay motivated, and sends you study reminders to keep you on track. When you hit 100%, you know you're ready for an in-class review, a big exam, or whatever else school throws your way. Learn is available on the Quizlet app. Download it for free today.
Yeah, so it's, I think I found it really, really helpful, and I just do it for myself. And I do it for my research class, because I have to memorize some terms that are really hard for me, and I use it in order to prepare for my classes, for my own classes still. But for languages, it's just wonderful. Okay, so Quizlet for teachers. This is the best part of the presentation I believe. Yes, it is not free, but paying $2.92 a month really opens the world for you in the field of second language education, and not only in this field. So, what you can do if you are a teacher and you sign up for this plan, you can track student progress, and I will show you how to do it. You can create the best test sets. You can record your audio, which is also very important. You can organize your classes. There's faster support, of course, and there's teacher search. So there's a lot of forums and help and so on. So, how to create a class? You have to buy access to Quizlet Teachers. And it's very easy. You just, where you created the folder, you just do create a class, and then it gives you the link, and you just send this link, and students join the class. So you have and students don't have to pay anything for that. And you will have in your class all students that sign up for that. We're not going to do that right now because you can't right now, but maybe you will. Okay, so how to monitor your students? Students can create their own sets, and the teacher can monitor students' progress. So since you will see all students listed in one class, you can just push on the student name, and then it gives you all the statistic what he or she has done in order to, I don't know, to do the learning mode or the play mode. Whenever I assign homework, I always tell them which mode I want them to complete. So it is very clear, and also it is graded in my class. So I just divide 100% like in 10 sessions, and then for each session or for each set, they get 10 points out of 100. Okay, so students can add sets from classroom board too, which is my board. So sometimes when they're not creating their own sets, they can just click on my set and then just add it to their folder, which is also very nice. And then you just click View Class Progress on the left side of the set. I'm going to show you how it works. So here's my Quizlet account. And if I go to Russian 101, Fall 2017, if I click here, do you see it? If I click here, here's the set, right, with Russian verbs, right, that I created. If I go back, and if I click here, you see these two little persons. If I click here, I can actually see who did this practice. You see flashcards, gravity. So whenever you see these pictures that are already marked here, that means that students already did something. You see, Justina, for example, did almost everything. This is a new set, so I hope they will work more in it. Okay. So, let's keep going. Quizlet Diagrams. I think this is one of the best inventions in the Quizlet Life. I'm going to show you how it works. So, it is amazing because we can search for diagrams on Quizlet that already existed, first of all. But the best part about it, if you have specific vocabulary to teach, you can download your own picture to the set. And then you can just assign the parts of the picture to the particular words. What is also amazing is that you can assign it as a homework. For example, upload a picture of your home or upload a picture of something, I don't know, and just give a vocabulary or give a description to this picture. And I'm going to show you how it works again. Ooh. Okay. So where is that? Yes, okay. I'm sorry it takes me so long. Okay.
Before I started using Quizlet, studying was
Inefficient and disorganized.
Ineffective and hard.
boring and tedious.
Time-consuming and a struggle for my students.
And setting diagrams or images.
I tried covering the labels with my thumbs.
Staring at my book for hours.
Waste time printing handouts for my students.
With 50 hours of studying each week.
Soccer practice, AP classes, college applications.
I just don't have any time to waste on ineffective studying.
With Quizlet, I can easily create a diagram by choosing an image and adding locations and terms. I can even add extra study materials to my set, so I have everything I need to know in one place.
I can study my diagrams using Quizlet's activities at home or in between classes or practice.
On my commute or right before my quiz.
On my laptop or on my phone.
Sharing my diagrams with students is so easy. I love how I can organize them quickly, use them year after year, and edit them anytime.
Quizlet helps me use my time more effectively.
Helps me save time.
And it means that I can study in ways that are fun and that actually work. With Quizlet, studying diagrams is
Customizable and efficient.
Faster and more focused.
Convenient and organized.
easy and fun.
Quizlet Diagrams. See what you're learning in a whole new way.
And this is true, and I'm going to show you how to do it again. So, if you go to your Quizlet, for example, do you have the link such as Browse Diagrams? Do you have it? Here.
Sorry.
Yeah, because I'm glad about it. So whenever you want to exit, just click here. And then Browse Diagrams. You see Marina Nikolaevna? Leslie, are you
Yeah.
there? But I'm going to show you how you can actually okay, so you see yesterday I created my own diagram and I was trying to do fruits in Russian. And so it is very easy because basically, let me just go with you through the steps so you know. So browse diagrams, or you can just push create, and then if you see create a new study set, it will ask you, do you want to add a label or a diagram? So here you can download any picture, and then by the clicker you can just emphasize what plays in this picture. It will remember it as here in English, so here will be the spot of the picture, then you can have here the definition in English and here the definition in Russian. Or you don't have to have a definition in English at all, because it will just be showing on the picture. So students will just have a picture and a definition in Russian, for example. And here is how it works. If I go to the fruits, to go back, just always click Quizlet. So here I created a little set. If you see, this is how I clicked here. You see lemon, vinograd, клубника, или abrikos. These are really fun because when we're gonna learn with you how to do Quizlet Live, students, we have to recall the vocabulary from the picture, not actually from the translation, which is, I think, is maybe even better than this. Yes, so I'm very happy that they introduced us to this new technique. Okay, so Quizlet Life, truly my favorite experience with Quizlet so far. I'm trying to do it as often as I can, especially if I know that we are going ahead with my students, and I know that we need to enhance the practice of verbs which are conjugated in Russian language. And then it is just really hard sometimes for students because they have to remember so many things. And Quizlet Live is my saver. So it allows students to work together in teams. It really enhances the communication. And what I noticed today when they played Quizlet Live, they were talking in Russian. Нет! Da! And it was so much fun. And then reinforce vocabulary. Of course, when you do it over and over again, as we said at the beginning of the presentation, you remember this stuff. And then accuracy over speed. So they have to produce the accurate name of the word, because if you're doing the mistake, it takes the entire team at the beginning level. And so I'm going to show you how it works again. And then we're going to play with that. We're going to learn Rusglish. I mean, you already know that, but we'll have some practice. Okay. Leslie, I will have to ask you how to do the shortcuts after this presentation.
Okay.
Because I really feel that I need to learn more. Okay. So, here we go.
Hi, I'm Thompson. I work here at Quizlet. Today we're going to show you our new in-class activity, Quizlet Live. Quizlet Live allows you to use your study sets in the classroom to help your students learn soft skills like teamwork and communication and hard vocabulary skills. I'm here in Quizlet's office with our team. We love to test our products before we ship it out to all of you. Today, the team are my students. Say hi, team. Hi, Mr. A. We're going to show you what Quizlet Live will look like in your classroom. Every student will need a computer or a mobile device. First, we'll select Live Study Mode, and then click Create Game. So my teacher computer is telling the students to type Quizlet.live into their web browser. Quizlet Live works with a mix of devices, so any student should be able to join in no time, just by entering the 6-digit code above. As students join, you can see the student count and the names of students who have joined. It's important to encourage your students to type in their real names. That way, they can easily find their team at the next step. If one of your students types in a nonsensical name, you can easily click to scratch it out and then have your student re-enter their name. Quizlet Live creates random teams of 3 to 4 students. This helps students who normally don't talk to each other learn to work and communicate together. Now our students will move around to get into their teams. Teams will need to communicate to pick the right term and work closely together to get each question right. We find that Quizlet Live works really well for introducing new material and final reviews before assessments. My teacher computer is now projecting the leaderboard. The first team to 12 wins. However, one wrong answer will send you back to the start. Oh, sorry, snakes. Congratulations, penguins. As soon as the game is over, we can review how the whole class did. We can see what terms they learned by playing the game, terms they regularly missed, and terms they know by heart. I can also use this time to review frequently missed pairs and help reinforce these concepts. We've been testing this game in schools across the country. We're always looking for ways to improve it. And we want to hear about problems you encounter. Thanks.
Okay. So how about we try that? Да, студенты? Да? Okay. So, look how it works. If I am a teacher, right? I hope. Then I go to Quizlet 101 fall. This is my class, right? But I can choose any set. And for example, I want my students to work on gлаголы or verbs rock dance. Not our sets for today because we basically want to learn Ruskish. So we're gonna go to the set Ruskish. Here it is. I push on the set, and then here, do you see this column? I just press the button, and then I am creating a game. I am creating a game. Here I can choose how to play. So they will ask you, do you want to use Russian and English? So here will be the word in Russian, and then here will be the translation. Or you want here to have an English word and then Russian options. I like to use this option better because students actually have to read all the words in Russian and determine whatever they want to choose. So today we're going to do this thing. Okay, so if I go create a game, it has the 6 digits code. What you have to do in your browser right now, type QuizletLife.com. 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 Then it will ask you to enter the code and then put your name in it. Okay, Leslie's there, Casey's there, Madomi is there, and Marina Nikolaevna is there. I'm not going to play, but I'm happy we have at least 4. Okay, so you see all the names are there, so I have to make sure that all students are participating. And then I push the button create game with 4 students. And then I assign random teams. And then we have pandas and we have lagushkas. So lagushka, that means forks. So you sit right here, Leslie. Okay. And then I'm going to start the game. So look. Here is the progress. You have panda and we have legushkas. So you have to determine which is the one. You. Oh, this is you. You, Maria. Yeah. So.
Oh, let's go. Let's do it. Yeah.
So how do you say?
It's давай.
Oh, because it was Marina. Oh, because it was Leslie first. Now it's your turn.
Sorry.
No. Or it's Leslie's still.
Yeah, because I don't have.
Oh, it's still Leslie's. So
Oh, yeah.
I guess I have to do it.
Yeah.
She has to do all four, Marina. She has to do all four.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Oh!
That was
That was the only option.
It was the only option.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like the only option.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Da.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Like,
There's the vibe. Okay, need some.
That's how it works. Okay, with two people it's a little
okay, okay.
I'm okay. Нормально. Okay. Bye. Leslie has. You see, you have to communicate.
Oh, okay.
You see?
So,
already. Okay, so look how I can do it again. I can do play again, and then start game. So you have the same thing again.
then, okay, it actually shows at the beginning, find out if you were your
Yes.
teammate. Oh, we missed that. Okay.
Okay.
You see, you have to have a teamwork.
Yes.
You see, you have to communicate. Oh, Leslie, Marina, good girl. Okay, I will give you another try. Another try.
That's 2 out of 3.
Another try, please. Давайте. Oh no!
I'm trying to say
So I don't know.
Talk about anxiety. I just blew it for Leslie.
Yeah, it's like that. But students, they really like it. They love it. They love it. So you see, even if there is a kind of failure, right? Because students like, oh, I did a mistake. It's fun, right? So you don't really feel bad. Marinka, or do
You
you?
might feel like she might hold a grudge.
Anyway, so I want to hear. So, okay, we already did that. So we already did that. So let's discuss, what do you like about Quizlet Life and what don't you like about Quizlet Life?
What kind of classroom do you have? Do you have a classroom with computers?
So since I am doing this presentation at Language Learning Center, and I'm a big fan of Language Learning Center because I just love these spaces. Love, 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 and especially when you have more than 25 students, which is also the case for Japanese classes. My students, at the beginning of the semester, they signed the contest form that they are allowed to use notebooks, but the good thing about it is that all my students, they have applications. They don't really have to use the computer, and only 201 students even use the computer. I mean, 5 to 10, okay, maximum, but usually it works like that. But without Language Learning Center, it wouldn't be possible. So, yes. You definitely need a device in order to do it, and I hope Language Learning Center will purchase the iPads.
Oh, we've got the iPods, but I don't know if they'll run. I don't know if they'll run Quizlet because they haven't been updated. Well,
They will.
no, they're super old though, so I don't think we can update the iOS version. So.
I guess the other thing that I don't particularly like is the translation part. So
Yes,
I would rather
I
see the
understand.
pictures, but it's hard to have pictures with good morning.
Actually, they, whenever you create your own set, whenever you put English translation, good morning, it automatically asks you if you want to add picture in it. So it's a really good option in this case.
Yeah.
Yes.
But some things are difficult to to put into a
Exactly, I agree. But for the basic vocabulary, for 101, 102, and even, description of the house, description of the, I don't know, park, city, you can implement so many practices on it. And I'm telling you, this is not, it shouldn't be a class where you just do Quizlet only, right? It is nice to use it when you have some extra time, or you feel that your students are extremely tired and you just need to wake them up. They have to move, they have to find their teams, then you assign them super cute Russian names like pandas, lyabushkas, frogs, right? It makes them feel good. And I've been doing it like once a week, and they get used to it so quickly. And like last time when Marina Nikolaevna observed my class, we did that, but it took a little bit long, my students to log in, because it takes time to learn how to do these things. But then now we just do it, and I'm like, everyone is studying, like, yeah, все готовы? Да. Okay, I'm not ready, then I have to run. So they're very good at it.
And they do have a really good time with it.
Да,
They can watch the
да. And they're like, hurrah, hooray, they are in love with this practice, I don't know. So I guess this is my main contribution to this presentation. I want to say a couple of words about Duolingo, which you're probably all familiar with. Matomi?
I have never used it, but I have heard.
Okay, because they also implemented Japanese language recently, like 6 months ago.
The Japanese
Is it bad? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's really upsetting, because in Russian language is pretty good, and I'm sure in other very spoken languages like French, German,
German,
it
Spanish
should
is what I've done it in,
yeah, I guess it's better. Okay, so I'm not going to show you the video what is Duolingo about. It's basically the application which provides you with private tutor experience through technology, and it's individualized progress goals, because you can also set the goal for yourself. Students may build vocabulary, increase basic understanding of grammar, and build confidence as well. And fun, very fun. I always recommend to use this. I always recommend my students to use this application. And actually, what I did this semester too, because I'm multi-technology teacher this semester, I really like it. And I'm saying I'm not implementing technology in this way that they only have technology in the classroom. I still have traditional ways of teaching, but I like to implement new stuff so students feel more developed too. And whenever they are in the line getting their Starbucks coffee, they can just do it very quickly. And so what I did this semester is Duolingo for Teachers. You can access it for free, which is wonderful. And what you can do, you can create classes in Duolingo. And here is how your class looks. So here's your dashboard and the computer, and then here are your classes, and you see each class has students. So for example, on my dashboard, I have Russian 101 section 1 and Russian 101 section 2. So whenever I click on this class, I have the list of students. All students are signed in. And what is wonderful about this technique, I guess, is that I can assign assignments to my students to complete. And I can set the due date and even time. So whenever, again, I feel that students are overwhelmed with homework or need to implement something different, I'm like, okay, for homework, you just do these 3 assignments. And they're like, yay! And after that, sometimes they come to me and they're like, oh, I learned this. It works wonderful. I truly believe in this guy. And again, you can track your students' progress. The system will tell you who did assignment on time, who did assignment but was late, and who didn't do assignment at all. And it's, for Russian in particular, it is very nice because they have all different kinds of skills presented. Now we're doing beginner level, but many of my students, I'm so proud of them, they're even ahead of us. So whenever I assign this assignment, I see on the record that 50% of the class already did it. I'm like, oh, balsam. And like it